Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood, thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed, cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Netrunners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
Hello folks, welcome to a new Let's Play on the channel. It is so good to be sitting here with Cyberpunk 2077. It is probably one of my favourite games of the last 10 to 15 years, and there will be several things that we talk about during our Let's Play, during our playthrough. We will be talking about its disastrous launch and things like that, but safe to say, when this game came out, this was the game for me at a very important time in my life, and things were changing around 2020, you know. And when it came out, my computer at the time was, shall we say, not very good. But it still played at medium settings, even though it would randomly shut down sometimes through power issues and things, you know. And then when I went to America to teach, I got a new PC. I played Cyberpunk a few times on there, but I remember waiting for them to fix it, you know, because I now finally had a PC that could play it, and it was such a hard wait. And then in about 2021, 2022, played it some more on that PC, and then eventually Phantom Liberty came out, where I think the game really hit its stride, you know. I'm really glad CD Projekt Red didn't abandon it. Really glad that they didn't. And now I hope, you know, in their next games that they learn from the lessons that they learned in Cyberpunk. But I think Cyberpunk is one of those games that's far too ambitious, and it was always meant to sort of break down. But we'll talk about that as we go through the game. So, without further ado, let's jump in, shall we? Alrighty. Gotta make sure that I just make sure that certain things are... As you can see, video-wise, graphics-wise, everything is as high as I can put it on this 4090, I think, yeah? Everything's as high as I can put it, essentially. So there you go. Everything's... High. We should have frame rate on VSync. Yes, we have VSync on. That's good. Excellent. And in gameplay, we should have nudity set to off. Because, you know, I don't want to get... yeah, nudity sensor on. Good. That's what we want. Excellent. Because, you know, YouTube and all that, you want to make sure that things are going well. Now you may be able to hear me better now the music has calmed down. So, again, as you know, I treat these things as kind of like lore runs. You know, we go through the lore, we go through the making of almost as we play through the game, or what I know about it. And there is no game that captures a feeling in my chest area here, like in there, like Cyberpunk does. It really does make me feel like... Well, I did a test play of this on stream, right? I did a test play like a day or two ago now, and I'll be honest, like when we were in the AV flying around Night City, it felt like coming home. I knew the streets, I knew where things were. I was like, oh yeah, that's That's Lizzie's bar down there, and that's where Vic is, and that's where... It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy how well I know Night City. And it's one of those really cool times where I'm going to get to do a game where I know it really well. We just did Space Marine 2, which was a full play of a game that I've never played before because it just came out. And then we did Metal Gear Solid 3 before that, which is a game that, I didn't know. Well, I did. I played it when I was a kid, but hadn't played it in years, This is the first one on the channel where we're playing a game that I know at the back of my hand, really. And I really do think with the Phantom Liberty update, this is one of the greatest games you can get on the market. Bar none. Bar none. And it's probably, if we're looking at Cyberpunk or modern day, quote-unquote, role-playing games that are based in like a technological setting, a sci-fi setting, this is the best one on the market. I would make a case for this being the best RPG on the market, period. Yeah. How much is it right now? $24.99. So for $24.99, you get the base game. If you want everything, $41.38 on Steam. That is a steal. That is an absolute steal. This game is superlative. It is amazing. Now, and when it came out, yeah, I was disappointed. There was things that weren't in the game yet, and it was a bit buggy. It crashed my PC a lot when it first came out. Things like that. But as time has gone on, I would say the turning point was around mid-2021. Since then, I would say Cyberpunk was worth a good £35 to £40, maybe even more, from mid-2021 onwards. I'd say full price, yes, like $60, call it $59.99. I'd say it was worth it since then. And it's only gotten better. CDPR didn't let this game die. They didn't let it fade away. It is there. It is done. And now after Phantom Liberty, this is one of the greatest games ever made. And it's not fucking close. It is. They should be very, very, very proud of what they did with this game in the end. It wasn't ideal when it came out. I was raging with the rest of you. I hated what they did with it. But there we are. Let's jump in. So we did do a vote. We won't be skipping ahead to Phantom Liberty. We'll be starting with the main game. We could skip ahead, but we're not going to. We're going to go with the main game. Now, we did do a vote on what kind of a V we were going to go with in Cyberpunk 2077. I actually think that if you're new to Cyberpunk 2077 or the setting in general, please, for your old pal Northern Exile, play as a nomad. If you're new. What you're doing with the nomad life path is that you are coming to the game as a fish out of water, right? You're literally not from Night City. You're driving in, and you're treated as such. Your things are explained to you as you come into the game. You are treated like a newbie, because that's what you are. And it also leads to some really cool storyline patches later on. Not patches, so how do we say it? Storyline lines, I suppose, later on, where you get to go back to the nomads and see how they're doing and things like that, right? So it's a really, really cool way to get into the game for the first time, and I'm really glad that my first playthrough, my first couple of playthroughs of this game, were as a nomad. So, brilliant stuff. I've never really liked Street Kid because I just never really roleplay characters like that. Just not what I do. Right? I'm not that bothered about it. But it's cool. It's cool. If you want to be like a David Martinez from Edge Runners, be from Night City. This is the thing to do. My favourite, though, and the one I'm glad won the vote, is Corpo. Now, Corpo is, without doubt, in my mind, the best life path. I'm not the kind of person who normally plays a corporate person. I normally play like a nomad-y style of thing in sci-fi games and in cyberpunk RPGs, right? Corpo is the best in this game. There are several reasons for that. Some of them are gameplay mechanical, and some of them are story-based. I have no doubt, because they are doing a sequel to this game, CDPR, I have no doubt that Corpo will be the baseline lore accurate version of what V was in Cyberpunk 2077. So in this sequel, when it comes out, when you hear about V, if you do at all, you will learn that they were a Corpo. I have no doubt about that in my mind. Simply because this is the most fleshed out V you can get in the game. What I mean by that is the amount of reactions you can use with unique dialogue choices that are because you're a Corpo, vastly, that's like double what the other two have combined. It's ridiculous, right? Not only that, but Corpo V... So there's a character in this game called Jackie, which you all should know, because if you've never played this game before, don't watch me play it, go and play it for yourself, alright? But, you all know who Jackie Wells is, okay? Very, very, very important to V's storyline. In these other two life paths, you meet Jackie in the life path, right? You know? So you've known him about 6 months in the game, when the game really kicks in. In Corpo, you've known Jackie for years. Corpo V has known Jackie for years. Right? That's a big change. And they talk like it too. Back and forth. Like they've known each other for a long time. Corpo's the lore choice. If you want to be in with the lore, do Corpo. When I did Playstyle 2, I think we were going to have a mad trucker kind of guy with the nomads who was really good at repairing weapons and stuff and armor and things. We were going to have a bit of a melee-focused street kid who's a bit of a brawler. Or we could go with stealth operative Corpo, right? Who's into tech and into cybernetics and all that. And people voted for Corpo, so I'm glad they did. In our story... Jackie Wells actually talks to you as V in this game, and he talks to you about the cartels in Mexico. And that Jackie got you out of Mexico. That's how long you've known Jackie for, right? RV, I've kind of did a bit of writing on my own just to see what kind of a V we were going to be playing with. And our V, like mine and your V that we're going to be playing as in this Let's Play, is... Essentially, he grew up in Night City. He is from Night City, okay? His parents work for Arasaka, were executives there, and they basically died when he was very young on a mission to Mexico. So they went down to Mexico, they died, never came home, right? Vincent, as his name is, got involved with street gangs, one of which was the Valentinos in Haywood. And he knew Jackie from there. He knew that they knew each other. And eventually, V got disillusioned with it and fell into his parents' life path. He basically joined the corporation. He joined Arasaka as a counter-intel body and was sent down. He applied to get sent down to Mexico. And they sent him down because they didn't give a shit about him, right? So they sent V down to Mexico. Jackie goes down there on his own accord, just on a vacation, I guess. You know, because he's Jackie and he does what he wants. So he goes down there of his own accord, just as shit hits the fan for V. So his superiors screw up royally in Mexico. V ends up fighting in a street war with the cartels, you know, and he basically plugs his own boss. So basically he kills his own boss when he's in Mexico to you know, essentially get the guys out of a bad situation. Because he's taking them up against in fights they can't win against the cartels. And Jackie, being the good sort, gets V across the border. He shoves him in the back of his van and he drives him back to Night City. And instead of he kind of hurts Jackie's feelings because instead of going with him back to the Valentinos, he says, "No, peace out, bro," and goes back to Arasaka. Right? He reports in like my superior died and I'm the only one who made it back. Right? But I've got the intel that we needed from the cartel. He had that on him the entire time, right? So V gets promoted. RV is not a very nice person. At least at the start of the game. He's not a nice person at all. He is starting to get into the corporate swing of things. He's really starting to get into the backstabby nature. And if you think about it, he kind of uses Jackie multiple times, right? He uses him at the start of his life to be in the Valentinos. He uses him to get out of Mexico. And now, when he gets back to Arasaka, who does he go for muscle when he needs muscle for jobs? Jackie. Right? So he kind of uses Jackie quite a bit. And And Jackie has been instrumental in V climbing the corporate ladder, because V keeps getting work done. He keeps getting jobs done that are given to him. So V starts to climb as well. Starts working under a guy called Jenkins, and that is where our story begins, is where we are with V right now in 2077. So, we are a Corpo. Let's dive in, shall we? We will be a male V. Right, I had a little practice of making this guy yesterday, so hopefully it won't take too long. This is one of those games where I can make somebody who kind of looks like me, so it gets points for that straight away. One thing I wish they would stop doing is things like this. You know when your character touches themselves in the head? Like, oh yes, you're doing my hair, are you? Let me do like a touchy of the hair thing. No, I want to see what my character looks like, please. Stop. Skin type. Okay, we will change the skin type and the scarring and stuff as we go on, but right now, V is a clean-cut corporate soldier, so he is not, any sort of, you know, dirty bloke. Eye makeup, none. We have no eye makeup. We don't have any makeup. And what I like to do when I'm doing these characters is to take everything off them first. Just so you know. So no piercings, nothing. See, when he does that, like, I wish he wouldn't do that. Like, it just... Okay. Alright, there's the baseline of what V looks like. Now let's dive in, shall we, to the deeper parts of V. We will give him my eye colour. Why not? That's fine. Eyebrows. They're fine too. Stop. Thank you. See what he does? He like starts doing these weird... what are you doing? Stop. Okay. Nose. This is hard to do. Because a lot of the noses in the game are like really big. Needlessly big. I mean, that one's the one we went with, yeah, when I did my, Stop touching your face. Thank you. I think that's also what we went with yesterday. But let me just have a little... Do you see what I mean, though? Stop messing around with your fucking... Stop it. You stop? It's kind of hard at times to get the character. There we go. I think that's the one we wanted. Right. Now, stop touching. Please stop touching your own face so I can look at it. Thank you. Good lord. I think we actually went with that last night. Yeah, I think it looks okay. Like ears, we sort these out because they're a bit too Dumbo-y at the moment. There we go. And we go with facial scars off. He will have facial scars eventually. But he doesn't have them now. Beard. Yep, that's fine. And then hairstyle. These can be utterly ridiculous. But, you know. Oh my days. I think that's where, yeah, that's where we were. So corporate haircut. Corporate everything, essentially. No piercings, teeth are fine. Eye makeup off, lip makeup off. Blemishes. No, we'll take them off. I mean... Nail colour, nipples on! We do have a face tattoo, though. I know, weird, right? But no, hear me out. There we go. That is a Valentino's tattoo that he got when he was younger. There you go. Now you can see it's kind of faded. Yeah. Alrighty. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Right, so we will be using handguns. That is, precision rifles, handguns, yeah. Loads. So what we're going to do is use, essentially, cool in our build for stealth, for guns, things like that. We'll be using reflexes for avoiding and stealth and blades and things. And eventually we will use tech ability too for tech weapons and buffing up our own cyberware as well. We're not really going to hack anything because, you know, V is a corporate douche. He doesn't hack things, he gets other people to hack for him. Same thing goes for Body. He's a corporate douche. He doesn't beat people up, he pays other people to do the beating up for him. He's an assassin-type character in an assassin-type world, and that's what we're going with, alright? So, going with cool, max that out, max reflexes out, and put one into tech, and off we go. Few leave the corporate world with their lives, and fewer still with their souls intact. You've been there. You've bent the rules, exploited secrets, and weaponized information. There's no such thing as a fair game. Only winners and losers. Alrighty. And you can still see he's got some, you know, slashes on him from when he was going up against the cartels and stuff. I like this guy. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm here.
You alright?
Fine. Just needed a breather.
Sounded like you blew your guts airlock.
Yeah. I barfed. It's just stress.
Esa chamba te va a matar.
Yeah. Maybe I should have gotten a safe one. Like you did.
Hey, at least I always know who's shooting at me. Sometimes even why. Anyway, what's going on?
Is there a problem? We had a leak. My boss called. Dragged me in because we had to intervene. Everyone at Night City HQ is on edge.
But no way you're fucked, right? You're the one who fixes other people's shit.
Jackie, if you work in Arasaka counter intel, you're always fucked. Don't worry about me. I'll manage on my own.
Buena suerte.
So one thing you'll notice about me in conversations, when V's head moves, I'll own up to it now, I'm doing that myself. I like to play along with your conversations. It just, I don't know, it immerses me a little bit more. This is so cool, man. The way that you can see, like, the stock prices in the bottom right, you know? All the Arasaka stuff over your hood. It's cool, man. We could go and check on people in the bathroom, but I don't think we will. We'll roleplay it. You wouldn't do that in real life. Well, maybe you would, but I wouldn't. This place is huge.
Shine in 2077. That depends on you.
One thing I love about the game as well is that this is actually where you come in the final battle as well if you do it the right way, which we are going to do it. So it's really cool. Arasaka bodyguard shields the Emperor of Japan from an assassin's bullet. Arasaka security forces prevent mass riots in San Francisco, saving the city from ruin. An Arasaka investigation eliminates a terror cell in Rio de Janeiro, ending a string of attacks and executing those responsible. Arasaka's counterintelligence division effectively secures a corporate summit in Jakarta, failing 45 plots to sabotage it and attack it.
2071. Arasaka security forces prevent mass
How will
riots
Arasaka
in
shine?
San
That
Francisco,
depends on you.
saving the city from certain
Wow.
ruin. 2074. An Arasaka investigation eliminates a terror cell in Rio de Janeiro, ending a string of attacks and executing those responsible. 2076. Arasaka's counterintelligence division effectively secures a corporate summit in Jakarta.
He looked like a real douche.
45 plots to attack and sabotage it.
As a young man, he quickly demonstrated the natural talent becoming
Christ, V, you were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Got held up, but I'll be right there.
Fucking Frankfurt. That Abernathy bitch will probably dump it in our laps. Ugh, hanging up. I'll be in my office. You hurry up.
23, he had already achieved the rank of lieutenant. With 20 confirmed aerial victories, he forever will be honored as one of the Imperial Army's most accomplished fighter pilots. But in 1942, during a routine mission, his plane was...
Militech hit 3 of ours. Now we're evacuating the rest of our facilities in that part of Europe.
What's the status of the 3?
They're dead. Once everyone else is safe, we'll issue a statement to the media.
Saying what?
A tragic accident during routine security system maintenance would be my bet.
Mr. Jenkins asked for you. He's in his office.
Thanks.
Hey, V. It's been ages. It's me, Frank. We met during Icefall. East Coast, remember?
I didn't know you were in Night City. How have you been?
You know how it is. A week ago, I was still in Cape Town. I heard you're in counter intel. Must have a shit show on your hands right now after Frankfurt. Jenkins is your lead, right? Is he what everyone says he is?
What's everyone say about Jenkins?
That he's effective. Like any psychopath. Apparently, he's gone a little crazier lately.
Hey, he's in a tough spot. The director was supposed to greenlight his promotion when the Japanese arrived. She stabbed him in the back instead. Tell me about the op in Cape Town.
Operation Cargo. You know about it?
Arming local conflicts in Africa. I didn't know that was you.
It was me. We dumped crates full of rifles into the ocean. They had to be pulled out using borrowed fishing boats. Same old circus, but hey, that's how wars are won.
And you? Who do you work under?
Abernathy. She's really good. Came up with the whole Cape Town ploy on her own.
Abernathy. The bitch who burned my boss in the promotion to Spec Ops Director.
You know how it is. Things happen.
Yeah. They do indeed. Listen, sorry, in a bit of a rush right now. We'll talk another time, okay?
Sure, sure. Good seeing you again.
Well, at least he's civil, even though we work for different
Emergency
people.
protocols active. System security confirmed.
Don't look, but that's him. Jenkins' boy.
I couldn't work with that prick. What do you think they're doing now?
They need to mop up the leak. The company could lose a boatload.
Please enter the antechamber.
Tells you how paranoid corpos are. Look at this. You got to do this in your.
Visitor authorization granted.
You know what I mean?
Are you online?
In your HQ.
Have a seat, V. Be right with you. We have to handle this voting issue before we lose our bases in the Sea of Clouds. They're about to begin. What's the situation? Yeah, just as we thought. You know what to do. Start now. Director Abernathy.
I watched the vote. What the hell was that?
A deep clean after the shit Frankfurt dumped on us. As we agreed, I got rid of the problem.
I told you to resolve the problem, not massacre the European Space Council. Do you understand what the cover-up will cost?
We would have lost the license. Now we gained a week. That's a win.
Path of least resistance always. No nuance. Has you written all over it. We're not done talking about this.
I hate that bitch. I always have.
This isn't the first time Abernathy set you up.
No, not the first. Smeared me in front of Japanese execs, so she'd be the one promoted to director of Spec Ops. The cunt. Now she's holding a gun to my head to make sure I don't try anything. But she won't pull the trigger because she needs me. I do what she doesn't have the guts to do.
Divide and conquer. Effective strategy.
Effective. What would you do in my position?
You have to defend yourself. Remind Abernathy you're not her doormat.
You're right.
Smack her once, but hard. She'll respect you.
Seems we see eye to eye on this issue. Take this.
A data shard.
Proof of my trust. Go on, take it. It's what I've collected over the past weeks. Biometrics, trauma team card, names of her closest associates. Driver, chief of security, lover.
Damn.
Lover's husband. Everything. Use it, and make sure Abernathy won't be a problem anymore. You said it. I need to defend myself.
If anyone finds out we even talked about this, I'll go down with you.
That's true. But everyone knows you only made it to where you are thanks to me. So it's not like they could ever believe you played no part in it.
What'll happen if I refuse?
Don't ask stupid questions. This isn't a request, V. We seem to understand each other. Take this, too.
Cred ship transactions are traceable. Paper disappears as soon as you spend it.
What can I say? Use this money only, find the right people for the job, no corporate affiliation. And for the core task, use someone you know inside out. Are we clear?
Yeah, I think we're clear.
Good. In that case, I'll await your report. And good luck with it. I have my AV waiting outside. It's yours to use. And don't disappoint me. Jenkins, Night City counterintel.
So basically we've been ordered to do a hit on his boss, which is, you know, kind of feels like being thrown to the wolves.
Procedures for lunar-based licenses. Yes.
Smacks of his MO though. He likes to take risks, as we've just seen.
I have those reports you asked for?
They were supposed to be ready yesterday.
I know, but I have them now.
Send them to my inbox, and you and I will have a word about this later.
Hey, V, you alive? How's things in the Viper pit?
Need your help, Jack. Got some biz.
Always biz with you, mano. You in some trouble?
Not yet. Right now, I just need a soul I can trust.
That kind of sounded like a yes. Meet me at Lizzie's. Be there in an hour.
I need your stamp on something. It's possible one of our assets was exposed.
Is it Frankfurt again?
No, different issue. Local.
Tell me. Quick version.
Our agent at Biotechnica suspects they might be onto him. They recently granted him red security clearance. That's top. He's been fishing for dirt, but it's been slow.
Your point?
They're clean. Like we run orphanages clean. Bleached server clean. We suspect they flagged him and are feeding him phony data. Should we greenlight exfil or let him keep looking?
Projected risks?
Limited threat to life. Not Biotechnica's style. Blackmail's possible. Leveraged against false accusations in the media. The guy has kids. He'd crack.
So, normally I'd say keep him digging, but we are already having a bad day, and we don't need any more problems, so pull him out.
Pull him out, but calmly. Don't raise any eyebrows. Otherwise, they'll catch on.
Jenkins will be livid.
Fuck Jenkins.
I'll handle Jenkins.
Understood.
What we got here? Intelligence on the NUSA and Militech, the two main rivals of Arasaka, of course. Crystal Palace. I love the writing in the game because it's so elegantly done, right? In that, spoilers for later on, but we do come back. We almost take the exact opposite route in the final battle against Arasaka at the end of the game that we just did there. If you're playing as Corpo. And also, Vacation in the Stars, you get an email at the start about the Crystal Palace. Well, at the end of the game, V is going to do a heist on the Crystal Palace, right? If you choose that ending, if you get that ending. Pretty cool. So quantified Satori, so our guy is, our life coach is... Well, if you read it, your biodata indicators are reading abnormally. High levels of cortisol, catechlolamine? No, catechlolamine? Yeah. And adrenaline persist from previous results. Hormone blocker usage is prescribed for only 2 weeks before requiring a baseline reset, but your usage has continued beyond 3 weeks. Recommendation, meet with your trainer and to prepare a recovery plan. So basically V is on hormone blockers because he's under that much stress. Yeah, not great. That is the op that went wrong. Alright. This is the only one with a what's his face? Witcher 3 reference. Trauma team. Alright, let's stand up.
I have nothing to add. No, I didn't say anything of the sort. That's
Tell
right.
your people
No
to be
comment.
careful.
How many times do I have to
They'll
say
be
it?
searching for dirt on us now.
Lunar bases are huge to them. They won't forgive us for this.
Did you see the report on the vote? I mean, shit.
The world's going to tear us apart when the word gets around.
The world's never going to find out. And the few who do know the truth, they won't know it for long.
Damn.
Access granted.
I know they're trying to show you that, you know, it's all cutthroat up here, but it would be nice just to see a few normal office days at a corporation. That would be interesting. But hey, you know, press for time and all that. AV! Hell yeah. Corpo's where it's at. Fuck more the stress.
Please provide your destination.
Bring up district analytics.
Increased NCPD presence and activity has been reported in Haywood. No official statement has been forthcoming. Intercepted radio communications suggest MaxTac has been sent to the area. A widespread power failure has been reported in Santo Domingo. All other districts exhibit activity within expected parameters.
Destination, Lizzie's Bar.
Noted. En route.
With a bit of bubbly.
This is N54 News broadcasting with a breaking story for you. A conference of the European Space Council screeched to a grisly halt following a failure in a neural stabilization system. 5 European Space Council members are dead, while 3 remain in critical condition. Authorities are still looking into what might have caused this shocking incident. The council members were all wearing Biotechnica-provided devices. The corporation's representatives have, as yet, refused to comment. Our reporter is on the scene. We'll have updates on developments as they come to light. Stay with N54 News for the latest.
Hello, V.
Yes? We weren't scheduled to connect till the end of the week.
Quantified Satori received notification of a somewhat troubling biometric reading. I felt I should call. Is everything in order?
Things are dandy. Everything is.
Just think back to our last session. The neuromotor relaxation exercises 3 times a day. They'll soothe and lift your spirit. I know this.
Sure, okay. See you later.
That's what I was saying yesterday. I know all of these buildings, man. This is cool. Lizzie's will be down there somewhere.
No designated landing site has been detected at the destination.
Find a spot close to the bar, as close as you can. Fuck procedures.
Initiating landing sequence based on new parameters. We have arrived at your destination.
Good.
Fuck's your problem, Psycho Suit? This look like a landing pad to you? Could have fucking crushed us.
Jesus Christ. Okay, no, hey, we ain't looking for no beef with you.
Told you he's a dickhead.
Oh, and why is this happening?
Seems trouble wants in.
Keep an eye on the AV for me, will you?
I don't get paid to do that.
I wasn't asking. And not a scratch on it when I get back.
Welcome to Lizzie's.
I like how these people are like really tough, like in the game and stuff, but like at the moment, like they don't want none of V. Like they're like, okay, like this, he can just say what he wants to people within reason, I suppose. There's Jackie.
Don't come here often, do ya? It's good to see you, cabron. Now sit down and tell me what's got your shorts in a knot.
It's good to see you too, Jack. How you been?
I got sparks flying between the Valentino boys and Maelstrom. Eddie's there for the taking, as long as you don't get flatlined. You know how it is. Can't complain, but we ain't here to shoot the shit about me. Let me hear about this problem of yours.
Jackie, before I start, this stays between us.
Por supuesto.
I'm serious. This thing, it could ruin me.
So could I. You do realize who you're talking to, right? A guy who's done this before. You remember what happened in Mexico, at the border? I peep one word.
I know, you saved my ass. I've worried about the cartels that gotten out.
But it didn't. And this won't either. That's why you came to see dear old Jackie.
Data shard. Take it. What do you think?
Won't come cheap. It'll have to be done on the sly. No trail. Hard eddies only.
Got the money.
Full crew job for sure. Techie, maybe two. A runner with a gold-plated brain. And a driver with wheels from hell. Not to mention, a solo.
Huh. The piece I'm missing.
That what you need from me? My trigger finger to zero this lady?
Delicate situation, I know. That's why I need somebody I can trust.
This ain't no delicate situation, hermano. It's a hit job. Plain and simple.
You know how Arasaka operates. Or, okay, maybe you don't. This isn't a professional request I can refuse.
But I can. And I am. And you should too. Now, what do you say we liquor up and talk life? Gracias, mamita. Double tequila with grenadine and lime. Nothing better for drowning nerves.
To this.
Was that a toast? What the hell does that even mean? You raise a glass to your mama, your hermana. To the mamacita you'll meet at the bar. But this doesn't say a damn thing. To this. This job and all the rest of that Corpo bullshit. You know what it is? Un pacto con el diablo. Been saying it all along. Sold your soul to those Arasaka fuckers. Today, they got you to zero somebody. Tomorrow, they'll get somebody else to zero you.
Think I have a choice? If I refuse, they take everything and leave me nothing.
Yeah, well, let them. They'll also take the fist they got gripping your balls. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty picky about who I let touch my balls. And Saburo and his matones, oh, they definitely do not make the cut.
Maybe someday. But for now, I'm still well within their reach.
You'll always be within reach. Always Hey, you lost? Got a problem?
V, is that right?
Did Jenkins send you? Don't believe I know you.
You don't, but we know you very well. Jenkins assigned you a task today. You'll share all the details with us.
No, don't believe I will. That's between me and Jenkins.
Ugh, fuck! How you feeling?
Pretty sharp dive, huh? Your access to company networks is hereby revoked. In 2 minutes, any company cybernetics in your possession will cease functioning. Give us the data you received from Jenkins. This will conclude termination procedures.
How the hell did you find out?
That is not your concern. The data, now.
Information's on the short.
Smart choice.
We done?
With the formalities, yes. But I think Abernathy would gladly up our fee for ridding her of a piece of rot like you. Stand up. You're coming with us. Come on, move it.
I think you fellas might have forgotten just how far from home you are. Not sure this barrio's your style, let alone a healthy option. Queda claro.
Is that a threat?
You start shooting, maybe we join in, huh? Before you know it, somebody might die today.
We have what we came for. It'll do for now.
Ooh, dodged one there. V, how you feel? You all right?
Like shit. My throat's like sandpaper. I'm not sure I can breathe.
It's like when my little primito was ditching drugs. Nasty chills, trembling hands, cold sweat and dry heaving.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Hey. Should I get you to a Ripper? Or, I guess, maybe trauma team's on its way.
TT policy's gone, Jack. So are my biochem controllers. Company pad. I mean, they've seized my bank account. Not frozen, seized.
Jesus, these fuckers move fast. You sure you feel okay, though? I mean...
Give me a minute. Get my shit together. That'd be that, Jack. Just lost control of my life. Completely.
I'd say you got it back. You couldn't say no to them. So they said it to you. This is a turn for the better. You'll see. Besides, you haven't lost everything.
About to say I still have a friend? That's sweet.
No, dumbass. You still got that wad for the hit job, don't you? Probably some fat-ass chunk of cha-ching. Just right for a new start. That's right, fool. Buckle up. Hey, you hearing all right? Don't look so hot. V! Hey, hermano. Your new life? It starts now.
Hello there, Night City! Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her. Every new day here means 100 new arrivals, but only half these gonks will survive a year, and that's if it's a good one. And why do these peeps come to NC? Well, to be street samurai like Morgan, Blackhand, and Waylon Boa Boa. The greater the risk, the bigger the bounty, kids. Or so they say. But you can only be a major league player for so long. The faster you live, the faster you burn out. If you don't get a bullet to the brain first. AC's Legends. Know where you'll find most of them? The graveyard. Matters not where you're from. Matters not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk. In Night City. The city of dreams.
chick we're looking for is somewhere in this building.
So the montage we just saw. Now I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Right, the montage we just saw, for me, should have been played through. A lot of people have said in the past that the life paths don't really have any meaning beyond, you know, the very start of the game, the first hour, half an hour, you know. That is not true really for Corpo. For the other two, yes, it is quite true. But for Corpo, you get to do a lot of things with it as you go through the game. You get to say a lot of dialogue choices that are unique to you, that kind of thing. But I know from interviews, because I do some research before I start the games, and I know this one at the back of my hand because I was pretty much following it daily and reading articles and interviews and all sorts. The original plan of CD Projekt Red was to have this early part of the game be expanded, right? Those things you just saw, those weren't just part of a collection of cutscenes. That was in-game footage. That was literally what you were supposed to do, right, in that period. That was... But they chopped it all up from those different missions and they squidged them all together into a montage because they realised the game wasn't coming together as quickly as they'd hoped and they needed to get it out, and so they cut it for time and they said, look, we'll make this a DLC. We'll come back in a year or maybe 6 months and we'll make this DLC. So you'll get a DLC, maybe a free one that says, you know, and it'll be like something like 6 months with Jackie or whatever it is, where you get to spend more time with Jackie. Because that was a big drawback of the original game. They were basically banking on releasing the game and people kind of being forgiving with it, saying, yeah, it's very ambitious, but it doesn't quite hit all the notes it needs to right now. But the actual backlash against this game when it came out was astronomical, as you all know. I remember going to a meeting in London for my visa to get into the United States. And I'd gotten my visa, I was very happy, and I walked to the train station, and Euston Street Station in London, and I looked at this massive screen before the platforms, and it had Cyberpunk on it. Not just an advertisement, the news. And it said, Cyberpunk has been pulled from the PlayStation Store, and it's the first game to ever have that happen to it, right? And that is how big it was, you know. And I think CDPR were banking on the backlash not being as heavy as it was. Like, people would have given it a 7 out of 10. Kind of disappointing, considering that the what we could have got, you know, maybe even 8 out of 10. Kind of disappointing considering what we were promised. But then they would have been able to go away, do the free DLC for Jackie, you know, and patch the game as they were going as well, and then eventually do Phantom Liberty, which was also always the big magnum opus thing they were going to do at the end of the game, right? Unfortunately, the backlash was far, far bigger than they actually could have surmised, and the stock price tanked, everything was going wrong, and so they had to make the choice and say, look, we need to scrap this free DLC, or whatever it is with Jackie. We've already got something in the game that kind of works. Let's leave that as it is, and let's spend the next year and a bit polishing the game, making sure it works, get the engine running properly, get most of the bugs ironed out, balance it properly, balance the game properly, add the things that we want to add as we go through. So we've got a really good, stable, you know, working game. That's a really good game, and then we'll do Phantom Liberty on top of that to finish the game off. And that's what they did, you know. I would say the game's complete before you get Phantom Liberty. It's a brilliant game. But once you've gotten Phantom Liberty, the game, well, it's just amazing. It really is, you know. The game, even without it, is amazing. But Phantom Liberty is something you've got to experience. But the base game, where it's at now, yeah, I would say if this came out in 2020, people would have said it's the best game of all time, one of the best games of all time. And it's just unfortunate that we didn't get to spend more time with Jackie because, you know, number one, you know, they didn't make the game properly. They released it when it wasn't ready. And they caved to pressure to release it. And, you know, it was not ready, it was not good, and their reputation took a big hit. So it's their fault. It's CDPR's fault. Like 80 to 90% of it's CDPR's fault, don't get me wrong. But I do think 10, 20%, maybe even 30 is our fault. We built this game up so much that it couldn't hit those heights that CDPR were promising. You know, it just couldn't. You know, they did lie to us with certain things. Don't get me wrong, and it was really scummy. But also, I think people were really getting on the hype train and coming out with things that were complete nonsense that were never going to be in the game, and were never planned to be in the game. Do you know what I mean? So I think we were culpable as well for at least 10% of the blame of what happened at the release of this game. For people not going into it with, you know, overly high expectations. But I think even if we had those high expectations, if the game came out as it is now, back then, nobody would have said anything. It would have been like, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever, right? But anyway, hopefully they live and learn for the next game. Because I want to see more of Jackie, you know? It sucks. But anyway, let's savor him whilst he's here, shall we?
Probably crawling with the pendejos that kidnapped her. Eyes and ears open, all right? Speaking of which, got you a little something. Militech training shard. In case you need to brush up on your dance moves. Down for some target practice in VR?
Militech? Jack, we're talking classified military-grade shit here. How'd you get it?
T-Bug. And our girl made a couple adjustments.
Why? Think she knows better?
Nah. Said it didn't suit her, style. You'll see what I mean.
Right, so I've done the tutorial last night, so I'm not going to do it again.
Not now, Jack. No time. Maybe later.
Sure. Mañana.
Will Kako give you any tips and tricks for the job?
I'm not your mother. Just do what I pay you for. It's easy work. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Also, it wouldn't be like Corpo V to like not just go in and do the job. You know?
Elevator. This way.
Target's Sandra Dorset. Target's biomon went mute a couple hours back. Suspected abduction. Target could have possibly flatlined already. Not sure you're in time.
We're in time, Bug. We. Sure you're on phones, but that don't make you any less part of this squad.
Squad. Charming.
Bug, could at least try to be nice.
You want nice, supportive? Call a damn helpline. Looking for 1237. Target should be inside, but I got 0 eyes on her biomon. Fingers crossed it's not too late.
Is that you?
Ugh, I hate this life or death shit. Try hacking the door. Think you can trip it on your own, V?
I'll give it a shot.
Sandra Dorset's protected under Echelon 2 Corpo immunity. Our girl's top shelf. This one's packing black market Zetatech repros. Typical back alley fix-ups. Not our lucky gal. Let's keep looking.
Mira, eyes up. Pendejos ahead. Drop it quietly. Keep it calm. Or they'll spot us. Nice. I couldn't have done that better myself.
On your toes. More bodies incoming. They're almost on you.
Fist fuck these Reapers. Oh yeah, V, they're coming. Wait for your chance. Pick the prick off. one down. Just real quiet. Hey, grab the one closest. Let's take him. Suerte. All down. Let meet. Probably not the last of them. Move on. Move up. Right behind you, V.
Come with me, boy. Can you open this? No.
Do something in the eyes, V! You got this!
Bitch.
Room he's in looks out on the balcony. Got a window on the left. Give me 2 secs to grease the lock.
Mano!
Hack on the door's just cleared. Watch yourselves.
Taking it.
Gas is still crawling. Clean it up, clean it out. Don't want to be bringing the target out under fire. And definitely don't want a slug in your...
Whoa!
Don't see any movement on the sensors. Looks like you got him. You're clear to go.
Shit, where the hell's our target?
Look around. Gotta be there somewhere.
It looks like they were going after Victor. We'll meet him in a minute.
Jesus fucking Christ. Think I got her. Got our target.
We make it? She alive?
About to find out.
V, jack into her biomon. Need to know what we're dealing with.
Jacking in.
This does not look good.
Sandra Dorset, NC570442. Traumatine Platinum.
Platinum? Shit. Trauma should have swooped in if she sneezed.
Guessing they jammed the transmitter, Sig. Looking at a hacked biomon, firmware reconfig, or a neurovirus.
Carajo, T-Bug. You ain't seeing this place. This is tubs, ice, hooks, and cleavers.
Scott Muncher's hack, huh? Got an idea. Check her neural port. Find a shard? Yeah, pull it. That'll be what's muting the biomon.
Found the shard. Removing now.
Check the biomon. Anything change?
Greetings, Sandra. If you are conscious, assume recovery position now. An emergency evacuation unit has been dispatched and is due to arrive at your location in 180 seconds.
Biomon claims trauma will be here in 3 minutes.
Your premium plan will cover 90% of the projected costs of your rescue and treatment.
Pobrecita. Let's get her off that ice.
Jack, look sharp. Not done yet. Don't know who's out there.
Locked and ready, hermano. Do your thing.
Oh, fuck.
She's flatlining.
B, need to know what's going on.
Jackie, air hypo. Fuck, this is bad.
Hey, catch, vato!
I think... Holy shit, it worked.
Fuera, cabrón. Get her outside.
Alrighty.
Fuera, get her out. Terrace.
Landing. Stand clear. Initiating security protocol. Follow all instructions. Place the patient on the ground. Five steps back. Now.
TT-133 to control. Patient NC570442 secured. Stimulants being administered. 70 milligrams dopamine, 110 norepinephrine, 800 fibrinogen.
Bye. I guess.
Let's get out of here. Elevator gets us to the garage direct.
Good work. Shit show's over. Cutting my wires now. See you in the near future.
Listen, mano. I got this thing. Mind if I borrow your wheels? I got a day with Misty, but I can't take the metro. How's it gonna look for me?
Won't leave you hanging, Jack. But don't get used to it.
You're saving my ass, V. Thank you. How about I drive you home, huh?
Sweet.
She's all yours. I'm beat as it is.
Oh, almost forgot. Should get Wakako on the holo. Tell her the job's done.
V, how did it go? Our client is alive and well.
Of course she's alive and well. That's what we agreed, isn't it?
Splendid. Your payment awaits you. Ready to come and grab whenever you like, even right away. But I guess home is the only place you wish to be now. The NCPD has surrounded Watson. The district is closed. If you're to make it past the cordon, you must move fast.
Thanks for the heads up. Swing by to see you later. Word's out the NCPD's gonna put Watson on lockdown. If I'm gonna sleep in my own bed tonight, we better put it in 5th.
Leave it to me, mano. I'm driving.
Alright, so US, so we're going in the left-hand side here? Yep.
Can't stop digging Night City.
City like any other, just bigger.
Nah, mano. Not just any other city. Morgan Blackhand, Andrew Wayland, Adam Smasher. Legends are born here. Man, I'm starving. Let's grab a tight bite. What do you say?
Jackie, they're locking down Watson, remember?
Oh, shit. You're right. Is it just me, or... Oh, fucking knew it. Man on our ass, tailing us. Chingado. I don't like this one. Not one tiny bit. Scabs! Hijos de puta!
Fucking drive, Jackie!
Come on, V!
Hands, keep her steady!
Hold tight, V!
Holy fuck!
Mierda! Perdón! Chingado! Got you, assholes!
Got that driver.
Scratched your baby up pretty bad. Sorry, V.
It's okay. It can wait. Let's just focus on getting home.
Damn. They're pulling out all the stops.
Watson's on lockdown until further notice. Necessary security measure.
Officer, ma'am. Damn, are we ever lucky we ran into you.
Really? What's it that makes me so special?
A heart of gold? Cause only somebody with a heart of gold can understand just how much I need to get back to my girl.
Your girl?
Uh-huh. Gonna be worried sick if I don't show. I mean, I'm trying to be a stand-up guy. And she's giving me a chance. Waiting.
That's a shame.
Look at him. No model citizen, maybe. But he's a good kid.
Let them through. But they're the last. Okay, on your way.
You have a good evening now, officer, ma'am.
I love how, like, even in situations like this, the police can be nice.
She took a liking to you.
The devotion I demonstrated grabbed her by the gut.
Right.
I'm loyal, stable in my affections.
Mm-hmm.
And unassuming. You get it.
Come on! Ain't got all day!
Check it out, V. Shit's going down.
Get there here! Fucking shoot!
You look like your average bust.
This ain't your average badges. It's MaxTac. NCPD's apex predators. MTAC rolls in when things fly out of hand. Gonks out there, though. Just a midday snack for them. Well, show's over. Poor bastards. But they had it coming.
Love how they just destroyed that guy's car as well. So the guy's getting carjacked. The carjackers get him out the car, and then to max that come down, get rid of the carjackers and just annihilate the car. Just such a good, like, you know, metaphor for Night City, man.
Made it. Almost at your place.
What about you? Not likely to make it back to Haywood now.
Chill, V. They'll let me through.
Sure about that?
Oh, yeah. I'll play nice Jackie again. Sweet dreams, then.
Tell Misty I said hi.
I will. Ahí luego.
So there was a common bug when it first came out where Jackie would run you over by accident with this bit. Let's do some characters, shall we? I think we're going into cool first, are we not? Yes, we are. Excellent. And we're going with... Boom.
Bug.
Forgot earlier. A runner I know has something you could probably use. Zipping you her deets.
Praise be to thee.
our Father in heaven. And our second guest, Rita Lee, host of the Shipman program, which promotes the use of cybernetic implants. How's life treating you, beautiful?
Can't complain, Ziggy. Thanks for having me.
Evening, fellows.
Talk about the most exclusive and highly...
Oh, stupid gate's busted again. Third time.
Paid to get it fixed the last two. Gotta be some kind of scam.
Gonna have a word with this super. Oh yeah.
There are some lookers in this building, I'll tell you that. No garbage collected, I guess. So, let's... I always like to roleplay. Let's get a shower, shall we? Wouldn't that be nice? We can change the appearance. Let's do that. So we're going to be a bit more... We're going to change the skin, I think. Or can we not change that? Oh, I think we can. Yeah, I think we need to go to a Ripper to do that. That's fine. That's fine. We'll do that. We'll do that next time. Wait, did it change my face? No, it didn't. Looked like it did for a minute. Well, what if he was still finding bugs? That'd be funny. Alright. Head to toilet. Now, these 3 seashells are actually a reference to Demolition Man. Which I love. Right. So, let's have a look in here, shall we? Check the weapon stash. Lots of cool stuff in there. Whack that in there. We will fill all this out, or we'll try to, as the game goes on. With unique weapons. That'd be very nice. So I guess we're going to let V chill. And we'll be back in the next bit. One thing I will say is looking at this, the character screen. This changed a lot over the years. And I mean a lot. This is now probably as polished as it's ever going to be. This is extremely polished. Some of the things you can unlock and some of the V's you can create are really different, but really powerful in their own way, and I can't wait. It's like, as soon as you finish one playthrough, you want to play it again just to see what different kind of V you can make. It's amazing, man. Really is cool. You can create massive big melee builds, you can create stealth builds, you can create non-violent builds where you just go around shutting down everybody's cyberware to incapacitate them. You can do whatever you want, man. It's brilliant. Anyway, that'll be this part over. I will be seeing you in the next part where we will be waking up with V. And, well, maybe going to see Jackie. Figure out what's going on with, well, all of our money, to be honest with you. We need to get paid by Wakako next, don't we? So, see you then. Have a good one.